It says we're live. I guess I should switch over to the comment section so I can see
Yeah.
Cookie's Garage.
We are live. Chucky's here. Of course, Quality Control is here. I think Mrs. Squarebody's sitting in the dark in the house. So, of course, there's only got a couple people here so far, but I, my situation in my shop is I'm without power, or I don't know what it is. There's no storms or nothing, just a little bit of wind, and we lost power about an hour or so ago. And so I set up some shop lights and plugged my phone into my booster pack, and we're gonna make the best of it. And if I go black on this end, hopefully Travis can start up a stream on his channel, but I think we'll be okay.
Oh yeah, Amber said John Wilburn's live right now. Chad, there you are.
Yeah, that flashed on my end too for some reason, so maybe
John
it's my.
Wilburn's live right now, so there's probably a
Oh,
lot of
okay.
people over there. They're trying to get somebody over 500 subscribers.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Got
Yeah.
Scott Crony. I'm probably gonna pronounce all these names wrong because
Yeah.
I don't read well.
Yeah. I don't
Kelvin's
either.
here.
Shellman's here. Yep. Scott. Oh,
So how's your
Shellman's
week
at work.
been? Buff's here.
Yeah. My week's been good. I'm starting to get more and more acclimated to my new shift at work, day shift. So that's this week. I've actually felt like coming home and working in the shop and actually getting some stuff done. So been going good.
Nice.
How how's
Yeah, I've been
your?
seeing some stuff on Facebook and stuff. The
Yeah,
339's making some progress.
yeah. Trying to make the progress on it, and things are moving along. And I'm hoping by the end of the week I'll have the short block done and have the
Nice.
pan on it, and then just worry about getting the top end, the heads and stuff. Work. I got to do a little work to those heads, even though they're brand new. I'm still going to do some work to them.
Yeah.
But,
Mrs. Squarebody, this is a nice hat. My perpetual project hat is too dirty to be on camera right now, so I had to find an alternate. And so I dug through Amber's side of the closet.
oh, you're froze.
You give me the little thinking wheel on your side there. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
You're good now. We lost you at looking through Amber's side of the closet to find a hat. Oh.
Oh, and she has clean hats, so I found this one over there. Yeah.
This may be a fun live if it's my Wi-Fi. I don't, or not my Wi-Fi, but my internet. But
Yeah, all I took was her hat there, Buff. I didn't get anything else out of her side of the closet. Mrs. Squarebody says that's what guys are good for, stealing their stuff.
yeah, because that's well, not last week, because last week we took a week off for Valentine's Day, but the week before on the live, I had the Perpetual Project hat on, and that was Mrs. Squarebody's that I got out of her side of the closet, or her closet.
We'll see you later, gentlemen.
See you, gentlemen. Have a good night at work.
Chucky, that's not something I ever want you to picture.
Yeah. TMI.
You keep those fantasies to yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get some bleach or some carb cleaner and spray in my eyes now to get that image out of there.
Just messing with you. Did I freeze
I'm not
again?
sure. Yeah.
Hey, Amber, is that our Wi-Fi? Am I freezing or is? Huh?
Is it mine?
No, it's ours.
Okay.
So Scott says he got a 350 the other day for his square body, 4-bolt main.
Well, I've got a video. It's a couple years old, but I got a video. I done a muffler test. I done the Flowmaster 40 series and some turbo mufflers and some cheap Summit turbo mufflers and also some 18-inch glass packs. And at the time, I stayed with the glass pack, but that was a couple years ago. And here a few months ago, those glass packs had some issues with not putting enough hangers on my exhaust, and the glass packs gave out. So I've got the 40 series Flowmasters on that truck now, and it's actually a lot quieter inside with the full exhaust with the Flowmasters.
That was through headers too, right? That
Yeah, yeah,
truck. I think
yeah,
mufflers do a lot, but I think, in my opinion, headers make the exhaust. They make all the difference in the world on the exhaust compared to manifolds on the
yeah,
sound.
yeah, yeah. And I've also got a crossover on it now too, an H pipe, so that helps with some of the resonance. And actually, most of the noise I get inside the cab now is actually from the headers, because you get a
Yeah.
little extra noise just from the headers themselves. But what's going on, Red Eye?
I'm just reading the comments about jumping Coke cans.
Oh, Jacob, a 3/4 race cam in it. Well, we don't really even have a topic tonight. Uh, I've I've just not been real creative on coming up with topics here lately, and so we're just going to kind of just visit, because that's usually what this turns into anyways, unless quality control comes up with some weird rules for us and makes it difficult.
So, Scott, I'm pretty sure what they mean by jumping Coke cans is picking the front tires up. Am I right or wrong on that one?
Yeah, yeah. The old saying, guys would be bench racing and they'd say their car could jump a Coke can from a standing start, and jump the front tire
Yeah.
over a Coke can. So
Red Eye Patriot asked if any no name guys in here need their channel shared. Chucky's Garage.
yep, Chucky's Garage.
That's the only
I'm
one I
not.
know for sure of. I'm not sure about anybody else that's in the chat so far.
Yeah, Chucky's Garage here. He's needing to get some subs. I'm not sure where he's at on
He was
sub
at
count.
like I think 218 last time I saw.
Okay, that's not bad.
No,
Uh,
you can't
yeah,
say the
because
word engine.
I can't say
Yeah,
what. Well, I say motor anyways most of the time, and that irritates people enough because I
I
call
do
it a
too.
motor,
I
and I get
I
the
catch myself all the time talking about a motor.
and I get comments. If you really knew what you're talking about, you wouldn't call it a motor. It's an engine. Like, well, if you're really a gearhead, you'd call it a motor just like everybody else does.
Yeah, I don't. I think I've looked that up, and the definition is actually pretty ambiguous.
Yeah,
But I
it's
don't know. I don't know that for sure. I call it a motor too. I catch myself all the time.
well, you you have motor mounts, Motor Trend, Ford Motor Company. They're not.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Oh yeah, Busted Grill Garage. I didn't even think about that when he talked about No Name National guys. Jacob with Busted Grill Garage. He's at 279. He's needing his 500 subs.
So anybody who's watching and not subbed to Busted Grill Garage or Chucky as well. Yeah, motor oil.
Yeah, motor oil.
That's another good one because you don't call it engine oil.
Yeah. Yeah, Scott said he's kind of new to these streams. We're not the best at them either. At least I'm not. At least get on here and visit. Pretty low key. I mean, I'm just sitting here in the dark using my truck for a light stand to put some light on me.
I was gonna try to do this from the garage, but I have too much 300 in the garage to do a live in there. I don't have anywhere to even set a computer right now.
Yeah. Amber showed me pictures of that. Looks like a Chrysler 300 threw up all over your shop.
And outside too. It's spread
Yeah.
outside. Or out. As I said that, I was reading Shellman's comment. Outside the garage too.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a motorcycle, not an engine cycle. And Scott's dad calls it Earl, the oil.
Yeah. That's what area of the country is that?
There's a lot of people around my part of the country that call it oil, Earl, Earl.
Yeah, Buff got way too much. I got almost 2 complete 300s in the garage. But hopefully, with any luck, I'm gonna drive one of them out of it tomorrow.
Oh wow, yeah.
Hopefully, it's close. I got the front suspensions all done. We're gonna put the motor in it tomorrow and see if it'll fire up.
Are you talking about the wiper motor or?
Well, the wiper motor's still in it. We're gonna also put the Hemi motor in it.
Oh. North Central Arkansas. Actually, Scott's not too far away from me. I'm in South Central Missouri, so we're probably, as the crow flies, probably less than an hour and a half away. Depends on where he's at.
No, I didn't cut my hair. I just took a shower because that 300 is filthy. So it's not out of control right now. It's just staying where it's supposed to be.
I'm scheduled to get a haircut Friday. Lars is in here. What's going on, Lars?
Dudes is here.
Dudes with wrenches. What's going on? I'm falling behind already on the comments. No man buns, Travis. I've seen him rock a ponytail a couple times.
Yeah, I told Amber that I was always going to have it in a ponytail in the garage, but it's not long enough yet. It falls out as soon as I tried to do anything.
They're just making poor life decisions. Yeah, that just kind of goes along with everybody in the YouTube community, I think.
Yeah, I think everybody in the car community. Wait, that's poor financial decisions.
Scott's gonna send me a note. Maybe he's got the pigeons.
Yeah.
Ugly Truck Experience is here. I guess Mrs. Squarebody's worried that you cut your hair.
Yeah, she would. Yeah, she's the one that I was replying to the comment
Okay,
on.
I missed that.
No, Scott, nothing wrong with the ponytail. Mine's just not quite long enough yet to stay in a ponytail. And then when I put it in the ponytail, the front goes crazy, and it's a mess right now. But I did get my hair cut under the creeper the other day, so I really got to figure something out pretty soon.
Yeah, that's why I would love to have my beard, down way out, but I can't. Just working in my own shop, doing my own stuff. If it gets too long, it just kind of gets in my way.
Yeah.
And then at work, I work in the food industry, so even though I'm a mechanic, I work on the equipment. We still got to have beard nets, hair nets, and so I got to keep this all contained. I actually have to take a hair net and tie a string on it to cover my beard because the beard nets are made for guys with just little,
Like this.
yeah, yeah, dude, yeah, it's all life decision.
Yup.
Spending way too much money on stuff that probably shouldn't have.
Yeah, that that's
I've never thought of it that way. Yeah,
that's most of us.
yeah, red eyes.
Awesome. That's what I'm going for. I don't know. I'm gonna not cut my hair till I get tired of it.
Yeah, I've, which you can't really see mine, but it's just getting a little shaggy. It's been 3 or 4 months, and that's about as long as I can stand it. I don't like, especially if it starts getting hot. I like my beard when it gets hot because I get sweat caught in it, and it's like a condensing, a heat exchanger. It stays wet and cools my neck off.
I don't know what is going on with my internet tonight. Let me uh let me try closing this and
Okay,
resetting the Wi-Fi real quick. I'll be
okay,
right back.
all right, yeah, yeah. I've I've bought a few of those before. It's crazy what things cost nowadays. Yeah, Amber's gonna fix the Wi-Fi as long as Travis's hair don't get caught up in it. Yeah, most of the trucks I've had have been that way. They're pretty rusty, but one of these days I'll get around to fixing mine up. All right, Red Eye. Appreciate you stopping by, buddy. We'll see you on the next one. Yeah, it's silent. I'm trying to read the comments. Richard Pratt is in here. What's up, Big Richard? We're having all sorts of technical difficulties tonight because I'm without power at my place, so I'm got shop lights, cordless shop lights hung up, and my phone plugged into my battery pack. And Travis and Amber having problems with their Wi-Fi. So yeah, hit it with a hammer. Get a bigger hammer, guys. That'll fix it. Uh, if it didn't have too much water in it, and it's not like rusted up and making noise, just drain it real good and fill it back up with some uh, transmission oil or the 80/90 or whatever it is. And I usually put at least a quart and a half of Lucas in mine. Uh-oh, the screen is broken. They must have used a hammer. Oh, just kidding. Yeah, if anybody has any topic they want to talk about, any questions, shoot them in the comments. We'll try to keep up with them. I think it's gonna be maybe a light crowd tonight because John Wilburn's got a live going too. Don't be afraid to go check it out. I think he's trying to get some people over the 500 mark on for the No Name National. So I'd much rather you go support those channels, try to get them to the 500 subscribers, and sit here and watch me sit in the dark and wait for Travis to fix his Wi-Fi. Yeah, they'll kind of jiggle around in neutral. I've got a video on those shifters. When you pull them out, you can weld up the end of them, and not the very end. Weld them up to make them more solid because they get real floppy. Richard's been working on a square body today. I don't remember if I left it in there or not. So I was having issues that day with my camera equipment too, because at the very beginning I didn't get my intro recorded somehow, and it's just kind of one of the days. I can't remember. I don't think I had the number one bearing in there or in the video, but I kind of figured when I was editing it, it's pretty much like the rest of them. You're out there hanging out in the middle of nowhere. You don't have any support. Dudes with wrenches, NV 4500 or 4-speed with gear vendors. I don't know. I've never drove a 4-speed with the gear vendors behind it to know how that actually works. I mean, I know how they work, but I've never experienced it personally. My plans are with my step side that my race truck that I'm running a 465 4-speed in. I plan on eventually going with the gear vendors behind it, and my crew cab 4-speed 4-wheel drive. I plan on doing the NV 4500, swapping it. So I'll have both eventually if everything goes right. But I guess kind of depends on price and availability too. Yeah, about everybody needs a square body. It seems like everybody has one anymore. They're everywhere. Uh, yeah, the input shaft housing, you can get those. You can usually order them online or through your local parts house. Steiner's building a motor for the 79 Rio Grande. Scott has his vote on the 465 4-speed. Thanks, guys. I know it may sound weird, but when I'm doing these technical videos on engines or motors, whatever you want to call them. I'm got Professor Jerry in the back of my mind, for some reason. Is he going to approve of the way I'm doing it? It really doesn't matter. I'm going to do it my way, like I've always done. But I know I've got a feeling he's going to be watching and critiquing my every move. Richard's hoarding up some square bodies. Google. Let me know how that works out for you, Buff, because I want to figure that out too. Yeah, I think it would be a great setup. I wish I had the opportunity to mess around with the gear vendors behind one of these transmissions. As far as the feel of the transmission, I like the feel of the SM465 more than I do the 4500. Like I said, I've never messed with one with the gear vendors behind it. I'm glad I know somebody that has some experience with them, so maybe I can pick your brain on it. Buff, step one, buy a ski mask to get money. Yeah, everybody wants to know what Google's advice is. There you go. He's got about 18 of them. I figured he had a bunch of them. I see plenty of them on your videos and your shorts stuff. Makes me jealous. That sounds like it should be a subtitle to all of my videos. How to be a master at something even though you don't know what you're doing. I was joking around with my son the other day because before I done my cam bearing install video, I was honestly struggling with the stupid installer because it's been a long time since I've installed them because I get lazy and I just have the machine shop do them anymore. But it's been several years since I've actually installed them, and so I was trying to relearn it all. I told my son, I said, I don't have to know what I'm doing. I just got to make it look like I know what I'm doing on the video. Hey, first responders here. Oh, you ain't missed a whole lot. I mean, I don't have power, so I've got my cordless plug-in battery-powered shop lights for lighting, and my phone plugged into my battery pack, my booster pack. And Travis's Wi-Fi is messing up on him. I think he's back. Hold on just a minute.
It should be fixed.
He's back. Yeah, I was just reading. Oh.
So we have a mesh network, and we've got one in the office, one in the garage, one in the house. And the one in the house wasn't plugged in. So I was getting 2 megabytes in here, and I get almost 30 in the garage and the same in the office. But now I just did a speed test. I'm sitting at 36 meg now, so we should be good.
unless my end wigs out, so.
I can't help on that end.
Yeah.
So what I missed?
So, yeah. Well, not a whole lot. Dudes with wrenches is making me really jealous, talking about his square bodies he has, and he's had a gear vendors behind the SM465 a couple times, and
oh wow,
yeah, it's been.
That sounds like fun.
And Buff has been Googling how to make money. Not sure what he's come up with yet. So the first responders jumped in.
Money is to start a YouTube channel according to Google.
Yeah.
If
It might make some.
you want to make a little bit of money. Or if you have a bunch of money, you want to make a little bit out of that, you can do it that way too.
I'm trying to catch up on the.
Oh,
I was gonna say I could see Mrs. Squarebody's next comment, and that's exactly what I was gonna say, but I didn't want to make it sound like that she doesn't clean because she cleans. But I could just hear her now. That's a good enough reason not to clean.
yeah. It's like we were talking about before or after before the live. Our internet has been met like when I'm watching YouTube on the TV. It's been buffering a lot, and I couldn't figure it out. Well, now I know what the problem is.
Amber's been cleaning again.
Yeah,
Uh,
she is now.
I'm assuming you're probably talking about me. No, I don't sell these hats. I do sell the patches that you could put on your hats. But this is just an old hat I found at a antique store, flea market.
Wait, what's Richard taking payments on? I need to get caught up with the show here.
Richard was talking about all the square bodies he has too. Everybody's making me jealous with their square bodies because Buff was saying that he wants one.
Oh, okay. I see.
And
Richard has a rusty
so
K5 that he'll sell.
yeah, Richard's trying to let's make a deal.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh. So
I think you're ahead of me on the chat. I'm way behind.
Well, that's because I started at the bottom and I'm working my way up.
Oh, okay.
So first responder says, "What? Well, I saw it here somewhere. What a messed up car." So everybody, and I guess I should have been more clear. I knew that car was jacked up when I bought it. I didn't pay much for it. I got everything that I was expecting to get. It's actually a little bit better than I thought it was because I think I'm going to be able to make it run. But yeah, it's a disaster. It was just funny. I don't understand what was going on with it. Like I don't know why it was in the condition that it was in. If you haven't had a chance to watch the video yet, Chad, this 300 was a mess. There was no torque converter bolts. The motor mount bolts were like half in there on one side and not all the way in there. Nothing was tight. The head gasket was on upside down on one side. The motor had obviously been apart, stuck back together. It had 3 broken intake bolts, and instead of leaving them out, they stuck little bolts on top of it, like they're trying to make it look like the intake was bolted on, right? It's just, and I never intended on using that motor. So the ad that I bought it off of, the guy was just getting rid of it. When I picked it up, he said the guy that he bought it from said, "Oh, it might just need. We think it needs a starter." Well, obviously, whoever was selling it knew it was worse than that because they sold it really, really cheap. I don't know what he paid for it, but I bought it for $450, and then I ended up paying $100 to get the title for it when I figured out I was going to be able to make it. I got the other one, and I was going to make it run. But yeah, so we did the clickbait thing and made the title. Facebook ad says it needs a starter and it's got a drop valve, but
yeah.
I knew it was as bad as it was when I bought it. I didn't get screwed over on it, and I didn't get hurt on it because I got everything that I was hoping for and then some.
Okay, well, that's good. Looks like I had it highlighted earlier. Richard's going on a diet, so he won't have to wear 3X shirts anymore. It's Squeak. Sounds like Squeaky's getting called out.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Does Squeaky get to run the nitrous or no?
Yeah.
Has this race been discussed?
Let's see. Real estate is where the money's at. I'm just not good at selling anything.
We did real estate for a little bit, and you can make money. It's just frustrating. I don't like people.
Yeah.
So having to talk to people to try to buy and sell stuff is just it wasn't my gig. I mean, we flipped it a couple houses. We had a rental house for a while. We did real well on it, but wasn't fun. So try something else.
Hey, first responders talking smack for me. You're gonna need more than a cam. I don't even have to say anything. I got other people talking smack for me. Yeah, that's the way. Same way with me. I buy stuff. I just don't ever sell anything, and when I do, I regret it.
I get that, and I regret selling stuff sometimes, but I don't have room to store that much stuff. I only have an acre, so I have to. I try to buy and then sell what I can't see myself using, and only stock up on the stuff that I'm going to keep or that I want that I'm going to use.
Hey, what's going on, Ryan? Ryan's propped in here. Ryan Frederick. Yeah, I dislike the public a lot too, and that was a big hurdle for me to overcome going to day shift at my job. I've been on night shift for the last 7 years, and my job on night shift, I was in a little, probably 10 by 10 room, uh, looking out, watching my equipment run. I run the boilers, air compressors, made sure all that was running for the whole plant. But I was left alone for 8 hours a night, just in my own little world. So it was nice. I didn't have to deal with people. Now I'm on day shift when all the supervisors are there, all the employees are there, and I'm not in my engine room anymore. I'm out on the floor, keeping the equipment running, the 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 production equipment. So it's always an emergency. If something breaks down, I got a multi-million-dollar company per day. That's what they make. Waiting for me to get this equipment fixed, me and the other mechanics to get the equipment fixed so they can get running again. So I got people and pressure. So it's taking me a little bit to reacclimate to that.
So I'm reading dudes with wrenches comment. So my neighbors across the street have 14 acres, and if it ever comes for sale, I'm gonna figure out a way to buy it. Then I can have all this junk I want.
Yeah, I can have all I want as long as it don't stay in the yard too long. Uh, I get hints from Mrs. Squarebody. What's the plans with that truck? Is it going to be back in the shop soon, or that's my cue to go hide it?
Yeah. I go through phases. I go through buying phases when I buy a bunch of stuff, and then I go through selling phases when I sell off everything I've got just so I can rebuy all the same stuff again.
Yeah, yeah. Andy, I'm adjusted pretty good. This is the third week I've been on day shift, and as far as the hours and the days go, it took a little more than I thought it would. It messed me up the first week or so. I didn't think it bothered me too bad because I'm used to working. You know, I work night shift in my primary shift, but I worked a lot of overtime. I used to average 100 hours a week down to plant, so I was working all the time to sleep when I could. So I never had the last 7 years, I've never had a steady sleep schedule, even on night shift, because during the day, it depends on what's going on with everybody else in the world. I would either sleep in the morning or I might sleep in the evening, or maybe just catch a nap right before I go to work. So now I'm actually got a pretty set sleep schedule this last 3 weeks, and it was a little bit different for me to get used to, but I'm feeling good. I'm feeling better about it now. I mean, everything's kind of lining out. I actually feel like getting something done in the shop, trying to get everything get a different pattern. I got to find a different rhythm with videoing, editing, and all that other stuff. So, but it's going good. I'm excited about it because it's opening up my schedule to do more fun stuff that I can share with all you guys.
Apparently, first responder went and bought a 318 and ended up with a Hemi harness, and now he's looking for a Hemi to go with his harness. Then I don't know if you missed somebody had a square body question back here. Like,
we had no, went right back out. Got too excited. Almost.
They were just testing to see if everybody still wanted electric.
Maybe.
So far.
I'm not gonna get too excited about it, but anyway, sorry to interrupt you, Travis. We had a big moment in my life.
Yep. Well, I was just telling you that somebody asked a square body question, and Dudes with Wrenches answered him, but maybe you could elaborate a little bit so he doesn't have to type it all out, because he said totally fits with a little work.
Yeah. So he's got a 70s fit on an 84, yes. 73 through 80 will fit on the 81 through 87 front end, and that's actually easier swap because the earlier ones, the hood hinges bolt to the fenders. The later ones, the 84s or 81 through 87, the hood hinges mount to the cowl on the cab. To go the other way, you actually have to cut holes in your cowl and to do it right. But yeah,
makes sense.
You have to switch the whole front end. You can't just do fenders and a hood. You got to do radiator support, fenders, hood, the windshield wiper. I call them gearboxes. Are different. If I remember right, well, the gearboxes that the wiper arms actually clip onto.
Yeah.
I think they're longer on the 80s models. So you have to switch those out to make them fit right. But it's doable. Just like Dudes with Wrenches said, I'm sure he's probably done a few of them. I've done a few of them.
Yeah, and I'm sure he could have said all that. It's just been a lot to type out.
Well, see, and that kind of goes back to why one of the reasons why I started a YouTube channel. Because I'd be on Facebook and I try to answer people's questions, technical questions, and I'm just not very good at typing stuff out, making it sound right. So I'm just gonna start making videos of this stuff, and whenever people ask a question, I'll either make a video of it or hopefully I'll have a video of it and post it.
Apparently, Scott is starting with headlight bezels and going to work his way up from there.
Yeah, I'm way behind again. I got to talking.
Andy put in an offer on 5.5 acres. That's enough room for a lot of stuff.
Okay. First, I'm still trying to catch up, but I appreciate that first responder. I'm assuming you just registered for No Name Nationals. Is that what you just registered for?
I'm totally a slacker. I haven't registered yet. John's here.
Hey, John. Yeah, dudes, I'm a round headlight guy also. I have my 84. I've had that truck for almost 20 years, and I've always said I was going to go to a round headlight, but I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that truck, but I would much rather have the round headlights than the square headlights. Yeah, first responder said he's wanting to register for No Name Nationals.
Yeah, John said that he is in.
Yeah, he is in. Chucky likes the round headlights. For a lot of years, the 1980 model, the only year that had the round headlight body style that had the square headlights, that was used to be my all-time favorite. But my tastes have changed over years, and it's not really my favorite anymore.
I'm I guess I'm a square headlight guy because all my Dodges have square headlights. I don't even want to talk about the Jeeps. Quality control's back there commenting in the back room back there, talking about Jeeps with round headlights.
Yeah.
That Jeep's gonna be fun when it's done. It's one of those projects that is just dragging on. Like it seems like I get one thing done, and I find three more things that are not gonna work because of the last thing that I did. I just don't. I don't. I don't know enough about Jeeps to really do a good job planning that project out. Like I'm learning as I go, and that's the hard way to do it most of the time.
Andy's asking if there's a limit on the participants in the No Name Nationals. I believe the answer is no. I don't think there's any cap on that. But John Wilburn, the man, the myth, the legend, is here to answer for sure. But I don't think they've got a limit on how many are allowed to register. The more, the merrier. Well, I think I know his opinion on the 1980 square headlight. I think you mentioned that in one of your shorts one time, and I had to laugh because some people love them, some people hate them. Like I said, I used to love the 80 square headlight, uh, which was an option, is the V22 option code, but the standard 80s had the round headlights, but you get an option to the square headlight. But yeah, some people love them, some people hate them. I'm kind of in the middle. I like them because of the 1 year only. Apparently, dudes does not like them.
Kind of sounds that way based on his comment there.
Ryan, is that the one up in I think it's Independence, Missouri, if I'm remembering correct. I've got it on my calendar, but I'm not dedicated myself to go to that one yet. We've already got quite a few events we're trying to go to this year, and I'm not sure if I'm going to make it to all of them. But I did have the shindig on my calendar. Yeah. I think you guys are talking about different headlights.
Square headlights and the round eye bezels.
Yeah. Yeah, they used to sell conversions about that, or to do that. Yeah, yeah, and it was a 1 year only core support too. That's a good point because that's a question that's come up on Facebook a lot. You know, can I just put the round eyes? It's like, nope, you can't. You might think you can, but you can't. They're just enough different.
Huh.
Yeah, 80 had the option for square headlights, but standard the standard models had round headlights. The square headlights came standard on a Silverado package, but you can order any of the packages with the V22 option, get the square headlights.
Huh.
And he's more of a taillight guy.
See if anybody, if that's where they all went, Chad.
Yeah. I know where one was at. I'd like to have one just in case I ever decide to build one, but yeah, they might be worth something some of these days. Which I never thought years ago that any of these trucks would be worth what they're worth now. It's ridiculous.
Chucky says if his headlights come on, he's golden.
He's just happy if they work.
Yeah. Where's your mind at, Buff?
Yeah. Well, we are getting closer to heading to the after hours show, so yeah, it's good to have options,
It's good to have extra parts.
extra parts.
That's a pretty nice truck, though. His 18 Silverado.
Yeah, yeah. My 12, my Duramax. You know it's a newer truck, but I like it. Uh, it's probably my favorite body style of the newer trucks, at least the 1 tons, but it's still not a square body. It's still got plenty of plastic on it, and
That's my. I didn't really have to deal with working on my 16 Ram much, but I can't imagine because everything is held together with those little plastic clips. And in 10 years, when you have to take that truck apart, as soon as you take it apart, everything's gonna be broken, and there's no way to. They're all these new cars are gonna be held together with zip ties, and all those little plastic clips break off everything.
yeah. Oh yeah, the inner fenders on my 12, I've got a couple of the clips missing, and they're not expensive to go buy. You can buy a whole set of them, for pennies. But if I've had to pull the inner fenders, change glow plugs or something, it's just end up breaking one or losing one.
Yeah, the the ones that have the little piece that pulls out the center and kind of like a rivet almost.
Yeah,
Those ones aren't too bad, but the Christmas tree ones, I
yeah.
mean, every time you pull them out, they have to be replaced, or they never hold it right again. It's just, I don't know. I guess they weren't made to be worked on. I don't know what the deal is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I used to work on a lot of ATVs, and most of them had the ones with the center pin, like you're talking about.
yeah,
Uh, and they work a lot better. That's what my truck has on the inner fenders, but they're still a pain in the butt because they'll get a rock or get galled up with something and not come out right. And
yeah. I got a pile of them from my 300 project. I'm saving all of them. Hopefully, I have enough to put one
yeah,
car back together.
I still have most of the plastic clips.
So I didn't really shoot any good video of it, but I can tell you that if you get inventive with zip ties, you don't need plastic clips. That
Yeah.
whole 300 was zip tied together. Everything was held in with zip ties, radiator, all of it. That's pretty good.
The 454 it just got factory rocker arms. There's nothing really special inside that engine. I when I was putting it together, I thought it had a set of comp push rods, but I couldn't find them. So it's got the factory push rods and factory rocker arms. It's got some heavier valve springs and a different cam, but that's about it on the inside. Yeah.
Yeah. Zip ties.
Yeah. If it weren't for zip ties, my two short bed square bodies wouldn't have grills in them right now. You got to look close, but they're held in with zip ties. Well, they got a couple screws, but more screws than zip ties, but there's still zip ties that hold them in there.
Yeah. What did they? Oh, first responders talking about the pop rivet, the plastic pop rivet ones. That's how the inner fenders are held on all these LX Dodge cars. They're not. They're actually like a pop rivet.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they work pretty good, but they're just a pain because you have to have a special rivet gun. So when I was doing my Magnum, I went down to the paint shop that we use, and I bought those, and I asked them, "Can I pop these with a regular rivet gun?" They're like, "Well, maybe." I got lucky, and the ones I had to do did, but apparently they don't all work with the regular rivet gun. They have some special rivet gun that you're supposed to pop them with.
Scott's asking what some very 70s themed grandpa truck mods. Well, be right back.
I was thinking like plywood console.
Oh, that would work too. Or a aluminum camper shell with shag carpet in the back.
Yeah.
Or one of these dudes on the front of it.
Screen.
I had a guy at work give this to me for $5, and I think I'm gonna put on cream puff just to kind of complete his, early '80s theme he's got going on.
Nice.
Not really a huge fan of bug shields, but I don't know. I'll probably put them on there for a little bit.
Yeah, buff the CB. That was my next one.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got I don't know if it was a factory option CB, but it was a dealer option CB that came in my rock crawler when I got it. It was part of the radio. It was all one unit.
Oh, nice. First responder says the Longhorn horns.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
We should probably say something about the after hours because we're 2 minutes away from that.
Oh yeah. So yeah, in a minute and a half, we're gonna be shutting this live down and going to the after hours to. It'll be. Yeah, and we'll let. Yeah, I'll try to be a little more prepared. I'll get the link shared so we can get some more people in here on the video. And yeah, so we've got just a minute left. I'm gonna try to breeze through these last few comments real quick.
Let me see if this. Oh, I can't do it. Let me see if I can do it on YouTube.
That's another thing I've got to get for my trucks, the cowboy hat hangers. I probably won't ever have a CB. If I do, it'll just be in there for looks. But he's pretty much explaining my trucks in a way.
Sorry, I was trying to do the link. Amber got it.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about doing the link. Yeah, or the amber orange colored fog lights on the bumper.
Oh yeah,
that would be. I want to find some of those. All right. Well, yeah, and gun racks.
Gun racks.
All right. Well, we're going to shut this one down, and we will be back in about 5 minutes with the After Hours Live. So everybody jump over there, and we'll try to remember. Hopefully, quality control help me out and put a link in the comments. So if you want to join in live with us, we can put your pretty face for everyone else to see too. All right.
Well, everybody. We'll see you guys over there.
See you in a bit.
See you in a bit.